Hey everybody, it is your boy the Seagull here, and today we are going to be bringing you some Club Penguin rewritten, kind of a talk show really. Top 5 games, we're going to be discussing that. I will rate these games based on ease of play, how many coins you can get from it, how fun it is, and you know, how long the game takes can factor into this. If you want to find any of these games on Club Penguin Rewritten, you type in Club Penguin Rewritten.pw. It's not .com, not .net, not any of that stuff. .pw. Yes, this is a Club Penguin kind of just rewritten, kind of like Toontown rewritten. It's a very fun Club Penguin, was kind of set back in 2010. We are going to start off this top 5 anyways with a honorable mention. You can find these two games in the lounge, upstairs lounge of the nightclub. Yes, it is Astro Bear and Thin Ice. I kind of put these two together because they're kind of the same. Both games are very easy to play, very easy, and they get you a decent amount of coins. Not anything really up there, but yeah, they're easy to play. I personally don't really like them. I mean, they're not the most fun game on Club Penguin. It can get challenging at a point. Keep getting to the next level, and the next level, and the next level, and then the next level. But I personally just don't like these. This is all in my opinion anyways. If you guys have any other different opinion, please go down in the comments. Give me your top 5 and tell me why it is your top 5. But this is an honorable mention because I thought this game should at least be mentioned. It is a decent game anyways. So yeah, and as you can see, I was on like level 22 in this, and then I screwed up. We got 2,005 coins. The coin system on this with the scores and stuff on Club Penguin Written is a little messed up right now, but I know they intend to fix this. And now we're going to look at Thin Ice. You try to get through the maze, and as you go, the blocks disappear. So yeah, pretty self-explanatory. Pretty easy to play, and also these games don't take long to play at all, depending how far you go. So it depends kind of how far you go in the levels. And at number 5, we are going to have Catching Waves, and a little secret right here. If you press the A in Catching Waves, I think it's the A in Catching Waves, up there in the little catalog, you get a silver surfboard, and if you equip it when you're going into the game, you get to play with it. So it's kind of cool. The reason this game is at number 5 is because it's a very easy game to play. The ease of play, it's the directions it's pretty easy, but the actual gameplay where you have to do the moves and stuff, it can get hard. I'm trying to explain two things at once. The controls are easy, but how much you have to do them is hard. It has different game modes, like in competition, you have to do certain moves to impress the judges. You get a decent amount of coins from this too, and it can take a long time depending how much you play, how much you level up. But, you know, for most average penguins, it won't take a while. So, yeah, I have this at number 5, like I said. The moves you have to do for the judges can get hard, but it is also in the top 5 because you have different modes, and it can be fun to break your high score and to keep going in survival, which I'm playing right now, the survival mode. Coming in at number 4, we have Aqua Grabber. Aqua Grabber has always been one of my most favorite games on Club Penguin, but it's at number 4 because it's a fairly easy game to play. You just press the spacebar and move around, and it has secrets in it. Like you can, in this level, and I forget what the level is called, but in this level, I'm sure you played Aqua Grabber before. You can get treasures from the clams and stuff, as I'm about to show you in a second. I'm doing a voiceover for this, so I'm not actually playing and talking at the same time. But right here, yeah, you can get treasures from the clams, so you have secrets, but this game can take a little bit to play. It can take a long time, especially if you play the Soda Seas one. As you can see, I'm going to show you another one of these secrets. Can get a rare treasure if you go up in the little shaft right there and get the rare treasure, and you can get a decent amount of coins from this. I mean, it's not extremely crazy, but you can get a decent amount of coins from this. There are no secret upgrades for this like there was for Catching Waves. You just play the game basically. So yeah, and as you can see, I clutchily got by that mullet right there. The mullet almost got me. If you hit the walls or anything, you will drop, and water will fill your tank. So there is a challenge aspect to this. So it is a hard game. So that's another reason why it's at number 4. Now at number 3, we have Kart Surfer. The easy play, pretty easy to play. I mean, it's not anything too hard. The controls are easy. You get a decent amount of coins from it. The challenge level, how challenging it is though, can vary. It kind of can get repetitive with the moves you have to do. And the same with Aqua Grabber. It can get pretty repetitive in Aqua Grabber too if you keep doing the levels over and over and over again. And it's not very challenging in Kart Surfer. So that's why it's at number 3. I didn't think it's a very challenging game, but it can also be fun to try to beat your high score. But it shouldn't be hard. I mean, the controls are easy. Everything's pretty easy in this game. And the coins you get, I just thought it was a fun... It's at number 3 though, because you can beat your high score. They do keep scores, and you can get badges that vary in difficulty. Now at number 2, we have bean counters. I love bean counters. It is one of the best games on Club Penguin. That's why it's at number 2. It's a challenging game. The controls are pretty easy. You can get a good amount of coins from this, and like I said, it's challenging. It keeps you coming back to the game because you try to beat that high score every single time. And how long you play the game is how good, depends on how good you are, because you're trying to get that score higher and higher. And the objective of this game is to get all the coffee bags or bean bags or whatever they are to the loading dock. But there are obstacles in your way. You want to avoid the obstacles or you will lose a life, as I'm about to show you in a minute. I know my penguin gets crushed by, I think, a fish or something. So yeah, you try to avoid the obstacles and you want to beat your high score. It's a very challenging game. I love this game. It's one of my favorites. And yeah, so that's why it's at number 2. You get a good amount of coins. Controls are easy. It's a challenging game. It keeps you coming back to the game because you want to beat your high score. And yeah, it's pretty much how good you are depends on how good you are depends on how long you play the game. Now coming in at number 1, we have ice fishing. Ice fishing, personally, it's my personal favorite. It's my personal favorite. I can't really say anything else about that. It's just my personal favorite. It's at number 1 because I love it the most. Bean counters could easily be at number 1. It's almost like they're both number 1. It's almost like 1A and 1B. It's almost like that. It's like if in the polls the same amount of votes for 2 games had the same amount of votes. It's kind of like that. But this is at number 1 because the controls are pretty easy. It is challenging in a way because you have to avoid the obstacles and you try to get the fish that right next to the obstacles, right next to the shark, right next to the shoe, or right next to the barrel. Get a good amount of coins from this. So yeah, as I said, this comes down to opinion. I know this will be debated because it can get repetitive for some penguins, you know. It will get competitive. And there's a little secret too, so that's also why it's number 1. If you hold a yellow fish at the end for the mullet, you can get an extra 100 coins because you will catch the mullet. Okay? So yeah, that's my top 5 on Club Penguin. So yeah, that is my top 5, as I kind of already said. But please tell me how you agree and disagree with my top 5. And I know this is my first Club Penguin video, so I know I probably didn't explain everything well in this video. I was doing a voiceover for it, so I kind of was pressed with time because I edited it in a certain way. And I know it kind of could get confusing, so please forgive me if this wasn't the best video quality. But tell me how you disagree or agree with my top 5. Well guys, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And always, God bless. This is the Seagull flying off.